Good evening and welcome to another live. Can you believe that it's number 4 of the lives? I'm just going to do a quick check now. Hopefully I can see the chat. So let's have a look. Yeah, there's people in. So can you just all confirm that you can all hear me? And yeah, so if you can hear me and you can see me, click hello or something on this so that I can see you on the chat. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. I've got a few things that I want to discuss tonight, and yeah, there's some pretty good tomato selection that I've picked this year. The reason I've chosen it is because one, some of them look good, some of them taste amazing from last year, and some I'm trying new, and others are from viewers like yourself. That have sent me. So there's quite a lot. So I'll just quickly say hello to them, and you know what it's going to be like. I'm going to try my hardest to keep an eye on this chat, but it won't happen. So I'm just going to say hello to, I can see everyone saying hello to Audrey, Tony. Hi, Audrey. Hi, Tony. Empty Nest Gardens. Now, if I do ignore you, I'm not ignoring you, but if I can't see you, then it's just flicking through. So hi, Graham. Hi, Rob. Hi, Rue. So Rue and James, my moderators for tonight. So if you all behave, then they won't have to tell you off. Hi, Pauline. I'm Graham. Garden of Whedon. Wow, there's so many in that I recognize. Hi, Audrey. So Audrey's going to be mentioned tonight as well, of course. But you know, she's one of the seed dealers of the YouTube Society. So where is Jane? Jane's supposed to be coming here as well, but no one, Jane, she's late. Hi, Nicola. Hi, Nana's Gardening. Hi, Margaret. Oh, there's so many. Hi, Amelia. So I'm just going to quickly stop now because Steve Digwell's in as well. Behave. Right, so if I haven't, hi Cheryl. So if I'm trying to catch up, so if I see you in there now, I will try and say hello to everyone. Hi, Growing Plotty. Hi, Ali. I'm very honoured for Ali to turn up to one of the lives. Hi, Allotment Newbie. Hi, Jess. God, there's something. John, Stephen, Wendy, Jenny, Freddie's Allotment. Hi, Freddie. Hi, Tina. Right, so I'm going to stop now because it roulettes around. So the reason I've come on you tonight for as well, and if there's only 20 of you, there's a few in tonight, but if I just thought this would be a perfect opportunity for me to discuss what I'm sowing and what I'm growing this year. And I've got to be honest, I've prepared for this, so I'm going to go off the chat thing now so I can show you a few things. So some of the varieties I'm picking is because I grew them last year and they were sent to me, or I chose them myself. And you all know what it's like, that if you're growing, you're always like, I wish I tried that variety. And then everyone's like, no, you should have wasted your time. So I've picked all the ones that I wanted to sow this year, and I swore down I was going to stick to 10. I'm at 24, and I know that I'm going to find a pile that I haven't even looked at yet, or there's been ordered. So these are the ones that I'm picking, and I'm hoping that you can also input into the chat as well some suggestions as well. I've tried ones like Gardener's Delight, Money Maker, and all, and this year I'm not going for quantity, but I'm going over quality. So I like to can a lot. I like to make sauces. So a lot of the ones that I am choosing tonight are those, but I'm also picking some for snacks for the plot, some for just normal cherry tomatoes for like the salads, and I'm also doing other ones then as well because they just pretty much look really cool. So I'll start off with how my greenhouse looked last year, and you all know that all I had was about 10, I think there was about 10 or 12 plants in there. And I also had the pod grows at the back, the quad grow in the back, and I tried growing melons in it, but it didn't seem to work. I don't know whether it was just too much water, but I'm going to try again this year with them for tomatoes and cucumbers. So let's get started. What I have in plan is to show you is some of the things that I found that you might already have, but some of them I'm really excited to show you, and you'll be like, what? But you can't blame me. You have to blame people like Robin, Audrey, Ali, for sending me these seeds, and also Clive Conundrum's Garden. I want to say thanks as well because they sent me a heirloom seed that I wanted, and Steve Digwell's brushed me up on everything I need to know about it, so which is pretty much nothing. He's probably fibbed. So let's get into it. So the first one that I want to talk to you about is I raved and raved. I know everyone else raved about the honeycomb variety a few years ago, and the sun gold tomato that came out a few years ago, and they were absolutely fantastic. And I grew them, and they were a perfect snack. I love them for the plot. I don't ever take them home, to be honest. They very rarely go home. However, I am still going to sow one plant of those, and I'm shocked by that because they are one of my favorites. I'm ditching it. I'm pretty much ditching it for this variation. So this one's called Honeycomb, and it seems like they have more producing on the vine, and they just look amazing. I've had a few people suggest this to me last year, and there's also a few other YouTubers that I know are growing it again this year. So that's one of the ones I'm trying. So let's cross that off because I don't want to talk about it again. Right, look how planned I am for this. I've done notes. You can tell I've been writing essays all week, can't you? Because I'm this bloody pen. So the other one that I want to try out again this year is my Tigerella. I absolutely loved this last year. I like the color of it. I like the stripes, and even when they were green, they made a pretty good chutney. So I will be growing these again this year for my salads. Now, you can grow tomatoes for pretty much different reasons. And like I like ones for snacks, I like ones for salads, one for canning, and some to just show off. Those are the ones that you pop on Instagram and you just show off, and they'd be like, wow, they're conversation starters. So last year I had a fantastic harvest of tomatoes. The Cherokee Purple, the Ananasois, and I also had the Brad's Atomics. There was quite a few colourful tomatoes last year, and I'm doing all those again because they were amazing. And I'll go through a few that I did. The Cherokee Purple, it was absolutely fantastic. They were huge, they were deep red, and inside you could chop them up, and they were perfect for canning and making sauces and bologneses. And I actually grew more of those than I planned, and I'm really glad I did. The next one that I'm going to grow is called the Burlesque. This is new to me, and again, if you notice inside, it's very deep, hardly any seeds, and again, it'll be perfect for canning. And that's pretty much what I don't want them watery as much this year. I want them to be full of depth and flavor, and that's where I'm going with it. So let's go back to the chat because I want to show you. So sorry, growing plot, you saying, call me clear. So remember to put any questions. So if you've got some questions and stuff, or you want to know where I've got some of the seeds from and stuff like that, I'm happy to share, to tell you where I've got them from and stuff. If I don't say hello, just know that I can see them all there, and I'm saying hello to everyone. So this is spinning right around. This happens every single time, and I get even more panicky when I see that number of watching going up and up and up. So let's just have a look. If there's any questions in there, then you can put on there. Tony's saying hello to everyone as well. So Sophie said honeycomb is, so I'm glad that's a good recommendation. I had the recommendation of another YouTuber, and I can't remember, it's really bad, I can't remember their name. They're a new channel, and I'm going to feature his channel on my channel in a few months' time. So I've been talking to him about it, but I can't remember. It's quite a new channel, but I'm sorry. But yeah. So honeycomb has been handed out by Grown Locally to many channels. Oh, well, that wasn't me. Grown Locally. They haven't sent me bugger all, I tell you now. No, I bought those myself. Tigerella, yeah, they're amazing. Francis says, have you had them underripe, the citrusy? No, I haven't, but I've got a few ones that I want to show you. Someone's wrote Black Russian is one of my faves, and Black Crim. They are both in my top ones as well. Black Beauty is it's the blackest tomato you will ever have. And I tell you what, it's also the Black Crim is a favorite of mine as well for canning. It gives the sauce a bit of a deep depth to it, and it's pretty much black and red, and yeah, it looks fantastic. They're one of my favorites on the vine. Another one that Ali sent me is this one. This is called the Black Strawberry, and I'm looking forward to these. I think these are going to be one of my salad variations this year. I've not grown them before, so I don't actually know much about them. So I'm growing them on top of a few others. Now, if you don't know Ali by now, I don't know how you don't know her. If you've got a channel or you've seen her in anyone's YouTube channels, so always comment that she's a very dedicated fan of gardening, and I absolutely applaud her because she's one of the biggest seed distributors in the world. I believe it. So the Brad's Atomic, everyone raves about the Brad's Atomic, even myself. Some people have hit and miss and say they're not the best, like they're not as, they expected more from them, but I didn't have that. I didn't have that outcome from them. I thought they were really tasty. They were amazing in my salads. I wouldn't use them to can and stuff because they, they haven't got that depth that I want and the meatiness of them. But if you leave them on the vine just before they're going to drop, I mean, it's pretty much just like an apple. You hold it, you tip it to the side, and if it snaps off and it's squidgy, then you know it's ready to eat. I use it more for like salads and things like that. And I did make a beautiful Brad's Atomic chutney as well. While we're talking about the Brad's Atomic, I sent Steve House from Digwell Green Fingers. So if you're not subscribed to his channel, go on over, and the channels I mentioned tonight, just go and give him a good support as well, because we all need that boost for our channels, I'm sure. So I sent him some seeds last year, and he was like, yeah, I'll try them, blah blah blah. And then I sent them, and this is what he grew. So they came up more like an opal shape, and they had a pointed end on them, and he swears down that I sabotaged these seeds, but I didn't. I think they were just a cross variation with something, but we called them the Chad's Atomic because they weren't quite the Brads, but they were good enough to be a Chad. So we actually invented our own tomato. That's how we're going to put it as well. One of my favorites as well that I want to bring up about color, that we're on this, we're on the chat about color and bloody tomatoes, is the Ananas Noir. Look at the inside of this tomato. I grew this last year. Ali again sent me this, and I think I grew 3 of these, and only 2 came out. They were quite finicky and they're quite temperamental when I started growing them. But once they hit the roof, they were fine. They were producing, and they were amazing as well. I'll show you again. They were amazing for inside. They're not as green as that all the time, but they are very good for like canning and things like that as well. And I, again, made them. I bulked them up, I think, with the Brad's Atomics to make more chutneys and things. Other ones that I'm going to be doing are the Latar. Like Malcolm Kingswell, he loves Latar, and he also loves, House. These are perfect for like patios and things like that. And put them in little pots. I am going to grow them, and the reason I grow these 2 is they do taste delicious. But these are really, really fantastic for when you're doing your little salad boxes and things like that, and you're giving them away to friends. These 2, the House and the Latar, are just perfect. These ones are about the size of, a normal salad tomato, and these ones are more like a cherry tomato. They're really good in flavor, and Malcolm Kingswell discovered them on Real Seeds, which is a Welsh seed providing company in North Wales, and I bought some again this year. I like those because they produce a lot. Like the House is very compact, and it's only about a foot wide, and it's perfect for pots and patios, like I said. The Latar spreads are probably about 2 feet. It's a bush variety, but it does spread across a little bit more, and there's so many tomatoes on there. You cannot eat them all, but they are a winner. Like I said, honeycomb and the sun gold, I grow those mainly for when I'm on the plot and I'm doing some gardening. I want something to eat. I just go past. I always traditionally plant them by the door, because when I walk past, I see them there, and that's when I know, they're there. They're reminding me, rather than if they were cut in the corner, I'd probably forget them. So the Polytunnel is at the stage now. It looks like a construction site. The footings have started to be dug out. The staging's been done. I've added all the new crossbars, all the new side poles. I've ordered all the wood. That's coming tomorrow for all the raised beds. They're going to be huge deep, maybe even this deep, raised beds full of amazing, well-rotted manure, topped off with compost, and they should have a good medium. And I'm also fitting an irrigation system in that will be solar powered, and then I can show you how I set this up before in my greenhouse. I have got a set off that I had, sent me last year. I will use that, but I'm going to modify it and going to show you something that I probably didn't invent. I just potched all together, and I'm sure someone else has got the same thing on maybe on another channel or something. But I potched all these little bits and bobs together, and it worked really well for me last year. Sorry, not the last year, the year before, in my old plot. And I've decided that because I've got a polytunnel, I'm going to need something with a bit more oomph. There's a new solar system. There's a new solar panel kit coming out that's going on the shed. Massive water tanks are being moved up to the Fig and Olive. I can tell you, I've designed the inside of the polytunnel, and I've never seen a polytunnel like I'm doing. So Tony's coming over on Sunday. We're reskinning it, and I'm really itching to tell you the things. And I'm gonna try and not tell Tony, because I know he'll be like, he'll be like, why are you doing these things purely just for luck? But I'm doing them. So Tony, if you're watching, you can shake your head, you can tell me I'm a plonker, but I'm doing them anyway. So will they be done by the time you turn up anyway? So it's happening. Yeah, so I spent ages today going around the salvage yard, picking up all the wood and things, and the polytunnel is going to look first polytunnel I've ever had, and I want it to be a good spec for what I need, and I'm going all out on it. There's going to be a lot of gadgets involved in it, a lot of things that you think that doesn't need to be there, but it's there and that's a clever idea. So yeah, I'll show you. You've seen how my other plots got like lighting all around the greenhouse and the sheds and the coop and stuff. Well, that's all going to be incorporated into the Fig and Olive as well, and there's lots planned, and it's all been ordered. The boxes, my house is like Amazon warehouse, but yeah, it's all been ordered. Let's go back to the tomatoes. So I'm going to go back to the chat because I want to see. I'm hoping tonight that I can see a few. Someone saying, oh, God, what's happening? Right. So I'm going to try and catch up now. So if you've got any, Chavs the Atomic. So yeah, if anyone wants a Chavs the Atomic, great. Then you're quite welcome, Sam. I know Steve got quite a few. He sent me some back this year. Hi Jane, is that supposed to be like the pineapple? Yeah, it is actually. So I thought you were talking about something else. It's supposed to be like the pineapple. Yes. Hi Duncan. Yeah, so Rue said, I've got to let's put this on the screen. I don't know why I've not been done this. I've got the lovely Robin to thank for my Brad seeds. Robin's become a new contendant for Ali. So Coastal Garden said, Danny, the black crim was a nice one. I did it last year. I did it last year as well. I put it at the back of the greenhouse thinking, I'm not really going to like this. It's going to be, it's not that traditional red or those nice colors I like. But I tell you what, it was one of my favorite tomatoes. And I'm a little bit concerned because I got so many here. I promised that the greenhouse is not going to be used for tomatoes this year. It's not. It's definitely not. You'll see me now in May, and I'll be like, I've got 20 plants left, so I'm going to fill up the greenhouse as well. It's going to happen, I know. I'm trying not to do it, though. So I'm hoping that my polytunnel, and because I have never had a polytunnel before, even though I can see inside it, I can't visualize how many plants I'm going to be putting in there until the beds are in and I've spaced it all out a bit properly. And yeah, unless you're Tony O'Neill, who's got like a warehouse of a polytunnel. I mean, he could put about 600 plants in his and it wouldn't even make a dent in it. So Paula says, have many of you tried the dwarf toms? I've stuck to the Latar and the house for the last 2 years, but I haven't tried those ones. I love those grilled. Yeah. Ali, what ones do you love grilled? I'm curious. Right, so let's go back down now. So what's your favorite Tom? So question, what's your favorite Tom? I'm gonna, even though I've ditched it a little bit, the Sun Gold is one of my favorites. And I have to say, my favorite tomato of last year was this. It was the Heinz 1350. Now, you can get these seeds on eBay, the Heinz 1350, and I've got to be honest, it was the most amazing tomato. Now, you probably can't see the size of this, but it was a proper good. That to me reminds me of like a Disney tomato. Like, if it was perfect, there was no blemishes on it, it was nothing wrong with it, and the flavor was intense. These are the ones that they use for the Heinz soups, the ketchup. I grew them. I'm definitely growing 6 plants of those this year. So even though I've got 24 plants on here, I'm hoping to just do one of each. But I've already decided I need to do a pile of Heinz, so maybe they'll go in the greenhouse. Yeah, but I'd say the Heinz. I'm going to try and go back, flipping back and forth. This is going. I have Latar for a bush. You need veranda. Good shout. People are saying lol to Steve, and I don't actually know what he's. Is he misbehaving? So Jane's saying, show us your tunnel. I can't show you my tunnel because I didn't take a photograph of it. And honestly, you wouldn't want to see inside that tunnel. If I could describe war inside a tunnel, that's exactly what's going on right now. It is crazy. So tomorrow is the day I'm going over. I'm taking everything out, fitting the stage in, doing the things that I'm not telling Tony I'm doing, because he'll text me and ring me and say, don't do that. And then I'll end up not doing it. So I'm not telling him. So I've decided I'm not telling him. So let's have a look what. So Francis says, Francis, hi Francie. Going to try Moscovich, Pollock, Martini's Roma, Brad's Black Crim, Bonnie Best, and Tasty Lee. Well, I've actually not heard of half of those. So my seed distributors, take note. I might want some of these next year. Yeah, so the Black Crim I did, Brad's I did. They sound amazing. Martini's Roma sounds like a good one. Now, I cannot grow Roma for the life of me. I've seen other people like Will at the Flying Gardeners channel. Go take a look. I seen him grow them last year, and they seemed to dawdle. I think he grew them outside. Granted, there was we had that extra heat. Roma fights me to the death. And I had them in the greenhouse. I had them well fed like everything else. And I had, in the whole plant, I think I had 4 and 3 ripened. I've just never been able to do Roma. I don't know why. I know they are quite a fussy plant and they're quite prone to blossom end rot, but I cannot for the life of me grow them. So Ali, good old Ali. God, Ali, I could marry you, honestly. She sent me pink fangs. So I'm going to try these. They've got a bit of a pointed end. These might be the things that I might send Steve Digwell next year, and I'll tell him they're the Roma. But yeah, the Roma, I do love them, but they don't love me. So for the 4 people that voted for me not to do a live tonight, but said I was cute, thanks very much. I'm still doing it anyway. But yeah, there's another one that I want to do as well. So I've given up on the Roma. I'm trying my hardest. I might try again. We'll see. But I've just give up. So I'm trying this one instead. This one's called Rio Grande. Now, it's a substitute for the Roma, and I'm hoping this is going to be my new Roma. Sorry if I'm wiggling the screen. Rue's like, you're a plonk. I know. Oh my God, Rob, that is a tree. What has Rob said? Is he behaving? So, Will saying, I'm so excited to see the Polytunnel setup. I really, really do want to show everyone the Polytunnel, but I didn't take the I didn't take no photographs because I'm embarrassed by it. Someone came past this evening and was like, "How's it going on?" I was like, "You're not going in. It's horrific in there, absolutely horrific." So, hi Danny, love your channel. Keep up the good work, James and Martin. Oh, thank you both. That's really kind. Like I can't take compliments, but thank you so much. It really means a lot when people watch my channel. I don't get it. If you enjoy it, that's fine. I wouldn't watch me. Good plug in there. No. You're just trying to compete with my rules. Like you're just trying to compete with my Polytunnel. Absolutely, nobody could. Nobody could compete with Rue's Polytunnel. I mean, it's like she could live in there. Nigel says it has holes in the poly skin for vent. Nigel, if you've seen the Polytunnel that I've gone now with the skins, honestly, there's loads of ventilation in there. Kids slashed it a few years ago. It wasn't my Polytunnel then, but yeah, I'm trying to go through as quick as I can so that I don't miss any. So Will says, Robin Miller, new seed queen. Oh, Ali, sort him out. Stop his seeds. I'm losing this chat now because there's so many here. I'm gonna. So my brads didn't come true for save seed. Yeah, that does happen. So they're another variety, so that they you might not get true form the next time. Jane, I've got your envelope. Where is her envelope? Your envelope is going tomorrow with a few others. I'm definitely sending you seeds. I'm sorry, but yeah, I've held back because I got 2 others to add in there. And while we're at it, can we just all admire my lemon tree up here? Here, my lemon tree is looking absolutely fantastic. So I bought this, and this is going to go in the Polytunnel. Also, I've got a lime tree that I already had. That never hasn't grown any limes yet, but I'm hoping that this one will keep it a bit of company. There's a few things that are going in my Polytunnel this year that are be a bit. These 2 are just going in for the smell, I think. I haven't answered this actually. Not sure if you've already answered this, but what is the best tomato to use for pasta sauce? Love your enthusiasm. Thank you, Jules Garden. I can't tell you what the best tomato is for paste sauce. I can only tell you what I think is the best paste sauce because I've grown it the last 2 years. I would have to say the Cherokee Purple. That's a good one. However, be careful. They do make the sauce a bit darker than you would normally expect for a bolognese. So yes, but they're amazing for sauces. Again, everyone says Romas are good for sauces. I can't bloody grow them, Roma. So, and I would have to say my other one that I would say was amazing was the Heinz 1350. That was amazing for the sauces. So if you can get them, I would definitely get them. I would definitely get them. Rue says, Danny, tell us about your ketchup. I am not just saying this through pure arrogance, but my ketchup, I am in love with my ketchup. I am a Heinz through and through, but I made this ketchup and I wrote it all down, thank God. And this ketchup came out. I wish I haven't got a picture of it now. Typical, isn't it? But the ketchup, go over to my Instagram, what's my channel called? The Grapevine Garden. Go over to my channel on my Instagram, and there's loads of pictures there of my ketchup. And I think I'm gonna have to do a video on it as well, and just share that with you because it is fantastic. Honestly, it was so deep, and I modified a few of the recipes because they said it only lasts about a month in the fridge, which is absolute not, it lasts, but the flavor loses. But I found that by doing it my way, the flavor's still there. It can be in the fridge for up to 3 months. And also I freeze it in little small pots. And then every time I'm going to be having like a chip and dip or something like that, because it's not even like ketchup. I can't explain it. It's more like a really sweet salsa, but not as lumpy. And yeah, I'm going on about this ketchup. You can see how much I love ketchup. But yeah, is it an F1? I'm guessing that's the Brad's Tomic. Yes. All my indoor tomatoes have to grow outdoors. No indoor ones for me. Oh, that's a shame, Steve. Right, I might lose some questions here now because I'm trying to go. I'm just gonna have to go to the bottom because I'm sorry. I hate doing this. I literally just lost so many. Anyone got any? So I'm gonna send this out to help Pauline. So, has anyone got any Barry Crazy Cherry seeds? I haven't, but if anyone's got any, contact Pauline and hook her up. I think it's throwing the gauntlet down against your Ketchup. Steve, I think he is throwing. Oh God, Nigel, I honestly, it wouldn't even. It knock him straight out of the path. He had some asking about the Heinz 1350 that he grew as well. Mine were like this, perfect. He swears I sabotaged them as well. His came out like this, but he did say he did a taste. And if you haven't seen that video, go over and look at Digwell Greenfingers, the channel, and he did a taste test in the summer. And my Heinz 1350 came up as number one as well. And I know that pained him to say. It pained him to say. I'm on the North America. God. Let me answer another question. So, where is it gone? I've lost it now. Right. So everyone's asking for these. Where is it gone? There it is. What's your thoughts on using grow bags? If you mean like the tomato bags, then yeah, I've used them. I actually used them the first year I had an allotment, and I thought I was the bees. You know, I came down there with my Tomerite expensive grow bags, and I planted only 6 tomato plants, and I planted them in, and I was like, come and see, I planted them in, and everyone was like, oh, they look really, really healthy. And they never grew up a vine. I put the canes in. I'd only bought 6 bush varieties, and they trailed a bit on the floor. And I just kept thinking, what have I done wrong? And the only person I asked was someone with dementia, and he gave me the wrong answer. So I ended up started thinking that that I'd done something wrong, but it turns out I didn't know nothing about tomatoes back then, and I still don't now. So yeah, grow bags. You can use them. This year and last year I grew directly in the soil. I found it better for me. It used the moisture that was in the soil better, and I'm doing the same in the polytunnel. I'm going to grow in raised beds, and I've got a plan in place to use that polytunnel all through the seasons this year, and I'm gonna show you all what I've done, like I always do. Right, God, have you done a video on canning? Have you done a video on canning? I thought I heard you mention it before. Love watching your channel. Thank you, Lisa S. I haven't. I promised I was going to do one last year, and to be honest, the reason I didn't was because I brought all the tomatoes home. It was that hot. I started the film, and honestly, I had to stop. I had about 3 fans on. It stopped for the day. It was too hot. It was in that heat wave. And I ended up just thinking, I'm just going to battle through it. But this year, I promise I'm going to do one on canning. Promise I'll do one on ketchup, on my ketchup. And I'll also show you one as well where I make my chutneys and things like that, because there is a few chutneys that I like to do as well. Let's have a look at this one here. The tomatoes I've already started so far. Ooh, I haven't started mine yet. It's the Giant Tree, Gold Nugget, Indigo Rose, Mascot Car, Moneymaker, Mamanda, Sweet Million, and Tigerella. Sweet Million, I've done that before. Tigerella, one of my favorites. Moneymaker, I was just talking to Steve Digwell about it. Now he was trying to brag about growing this Moneymaker, and I was like, that's an old school, old man's tomato. That is a big cropper, tastes really nice, but so Audrey's just said Brad's Tom is not an F1. I'm glad you said that, because I wrote down on my list F1 with a question mark, and I don't know why someone told me that it was an F1. So I go, oh God, do I read this out? Here we go. So I'm giving Jane, and now I cannot believe I'm encouraging this. I know you'll be interested to know this, Danny. Today and tomorrow are the best times to sow tomatoes according to the phase of the moon. Me and Jane have had many conversations about this planting with the moon. If you agree with Jane, I think you're bonkers as well. No. Yeah, Jane plants to the moon. I don't. I think we should come over for the end of season barbecue on Fig and Olive Plot. Yes, definitely. If you live close by, you're welcome anytime. I tell I'm gonna get murdered one day. I know, because I invite all the viewers. I'm like, yeah, come round, come and see. You know, come around, have a cup of coffee in the shed. So someone said, is it waning or waxing? See, I'm encouraging this too much. So I'd love a cuppy boiled on Danny's stove. I'll even shift some muck for him. No, you haven't got to do that. You can come over anyway and have a cup of... I'm actually, funny enough, I'm probably going to have to cook for Tony on the plot on Sunday as well. Maybe I'll cook some steaks for him or something. So I know he's celiac, so I'm going to have to be careful with that. So I'm going to think of something that I'm going to cook for him on the plot. I'll end up killing one of the big YouTubers, won't I? Need to stop mentioning the word murder and killing on my channel. It's going to kill this analytics for this chat. Right. So, of course you did, Audrey. You are the all-knowing. So Audrey says she spoke to the breeder himself at the Brad's Atomic and is not an F1. So that is actually really, really interesting, though. So thanks, Audrey. And Audrey, while we're on the subject, Audrey sent me this fantastic tomato. This is one of my favorites already. I hope it gives me the satisfaction that it has by looking at it. And some people, Steve said, is the most ugliest tomato he's ever seen, but I love it. It's called the Orange Accordion. Audrey from Real Food Comes Dirty. So go over to her channel, Real Food Comes Dirty. Don't go over right now because you're on the live, but afterwards, pop over. This is huge, and it doesn't look the best with all the wrinkles and stuff in, but this is going to be one of my biggest projects this year. Is that I am going to try and get a decent crop of those. I know Tony C. Smith. I think JB's growing them. I'm gonna put it out there that all the potty mouth gang are growing those this year. So thank you, Audrey, for sending me over those and all the other seeds that you sent me as well. It was, amazing. Audrey sent me so many chilies and paprika and stuff, and they're all here. These are all the paprika that you sent, Audrey. So thank you so much for those. Let's talk about another one that I'm really excited I want to grow. Is called this is called the Mabon. So this is a variation of the Mamanda. So it's a hybrid and it's more resistant as well. So I'm going to grow this. This is so rare. Like Steve, I said, sell me this tomato because it wasn't on the list. But Clive and let me get the channel right before I go back. I don't want to miss doing it. So yes, I'm losing it now. Where is it? Yeah, so Jason and Colleen at the Clive's Conundrum Garden. I always get that mixed on the wrong way. They sent me these seeds over via Steve, and I want to say thanks so much for that. So again, another channel, Clive's Conundrum Garden. Take a look over. They got 891 subs. Let's get into 1,000. I always love pushing to that 1,000 sub count, and I remember getting it, and it made my New Year because it was New Year's Eve. So I'm going to grow that one as well. That'll be something I'll be showing on the channel. They are so rare, and Steve said they work out about £1 a seed. So I'm hoping that they'll become a good cropper for this year. We're at 39 minutes already, and I promised I was going to stop about an hour-ish, but we'll see. I haven't even opened the wine. How bad is that? So, yeah, I'm opening the wine. So, yeah, let's have a look at the chat now, and I want to see if you can try and sway me to a few more. Pink Heart is a... Right, let's discuss this. Pink Heart is a beautiful tomato, makes great sauces and really prolific. Sadly, I didn't save seed this year. Anyone got any spare? Well, that would make sense, Jane, because I asked you to send me some Pink Heart, and you didn't send me any, so that would be why. So if anyone's got any Pink Heart tomato seeds and they'd like to send me some, don't worry about Jane. No, if you want to send Jane some as well, that'd be fine. But I would like to try the Pink Heart as well. So someone wrote, Mel, when are you sowing your toms? So that was probably for Mel, but I'll answer when I'm going to sow as well. So I'm sowing. I'm sowing tomorrow. I've got two agrilands that I stole the idea from Muddy Boots, Digwell Greenfingers, Terry King, a few of the professional tomato sowers. They got these little potty things, and yeah, oh, that was a good little light up then. So I'm going to grow in these, and I got two of them. So 2, 4, 6, 7. So yeah, so I got quite enough there. I got two of those, and I'm going to sow in there, and I think I'm going to start tomorrow, which will be daft because I keep saying to everyone it's going to snow soon. I'm predicting it's going to snow, and but I've got my Vitapod here. I've held out not putting lights in it for this long. This is actually full of cabbages, salads, and they're a good 2 inches now. They're looking really well. I've got chilies, you name it, or all around this room is, you can't see this side, but it's all shelving of all plants and perennial plants as well. I could show you that, but I'll show you that in another video because I want a video about making your plot a little bit more perennial. And there's some things on there that you should look at, because if you get fed up and keep harvesting these things, if you grow them, you just keep cutting and coming again. It's not what you think. It's not salads and stuff. Let's push this channel as well, because I feel like, yeah, you should. So Coastal Gardens, I'm getting close to 1,000 now. It's been a lot of hard work trying to get it. Oh, I remember hitting that 1,000, and it was like, we got there. So do me a favor, pop over to Duncan's channel. He's Welsh. That's enough. That's all you need to know. Go and sub his channel and get into 1,000. I love getting that 1,000. So Will says, make sure you give Danny the thumbs up on this. So yeah, click over. There's 108 of you. I want to see at least 108. So Rue says, Danny, I'm still waiting for the seeds you promised me. Yes, they are literally, there's you, Will, Steve Digwell, and Jane all having their seeds. I've held up for Steve's a little longer because I'm sending him something else that I'm waiting for to come in the delivery. Amelia Beatty says, sorry, I don't like the Agriland. You can buy mine off me. No, 2 is enough for me, but if anyone wants to buy, I've turned into eBay. Yeah, if you want to buy Amelia's thing, give her a message. I know. Tony says we've got bad weather coming. I know. Frob. I had to read that first because I wonder what you Throb is a beaut. What a look at, and so tasty. Extreme flavor, both sweet and tangy, lovely balance. If you would like to send me some over, Claire, that would be fantastic. I'm forever asking for seeds, and I never have the time to send them back, but I will. I am. The reason I haven't is because it's not because I have not done that, because God, I sent loads of seeds up last year. I'm just late this year because of my uni, and I'm focusing on all my exams, and it just took over. And then I was rushing back and for the plot one day when I should be revising, filming, editing. It's crazy. Duncan says, thanks, Danny. You're welcome, mate. Let's go to that 1,000. We're not getting snow down. We're not getting snow down. I've had a chat with Mother Nature in our area, not getting it. She promised. We are. I am predicting snow. Ali, don't get me started on the freaking snow. Yes, Ali, we are getting some of your snow. I can't wait. So I'm going to swing in another debate on those agrilands. I have 6 agrilands, brilliant. Just need to use the correct compost. I am using the correct compost because Digwell Greenfingers told me. Late to the party again. That's okay. The party's just started because Betty Barnes is in. Late to the party again. Brandy Wines, Carbon, and Brad's Atomic are staples for me. Carbon. Now, I've got Brandy Wines as well somewhere. I know one of the viewers sent me them last year, but I didn't have no room. So maybe I'll try that one this year as well. That's 25 now, isn't it? Let's put that down. Right, 25. So we're starting the bids on these Agrilands. So Duncan from Coastal Gardens is saying, how much, Amelia? Bidding starts at £10. What's going on? I'll send them, Danny. Give me your PA's contact. My PA is me. My email address is in my description on my channel and also on my Instagram. But I would absolutely love some, and I'll send you some back. I promise. Don't listen to Jane, Ali, Brew, Will, Steve. Don't listen to those. I will send seeds. I know I've sown. See, everyone's saying snow's coming. I'm trying to answer all these. Danny, are you? Yes, I'm glad you just put this up there. Danny, are the Tim's Taste of Paris on the list? It's Wild Boars Farms, Brad Gates' newest release. Well, funny you should say that, Robin, because you sent me some. So there they are, and they are on the list. So these are going to be another maybe possible Sun Gold substitute. I'm growing them. Look how fantastically yellow they look. I'm going to be growing these again this year. So I no doubt already know that as soon as I get off this chat, the YouTubers will be messaging saying, can you send me some of those? Can you send me those? And yes, I can. I'll send some of the tomato seeds if you want. So yes, they are on the list. I am doing the Tim's Taste of Paradise, and apparently they're supposed to be fantastic as well. I've got so many on this list. I think I've mentioned them all. I don't know. I've got so many tomatoes to go sow this year. Let's go back to the chat because I want to. You're still not trying to sway me to do another. I got fresh tomatoes on the kitchen worktop. We'll put them in the sage before bed. Well, I must admit, you must be rich if you found some tomatoes this week. Oh, that's really nice of you. Happy St. David's Day. Thank you, Nana's Garden. Happy St. David's Day to you too. That's really nice. You're the first person, and I live in Wales, to say that to me today. That's a good one. There we go. Heinz 1370. 1370. It's 1350 that I got, but maybe there's another variation. Latan Sweet Million is this year's for the first time. Yeah, there is other variations, but I did the 1350. Everyone's asking about the snow now. There's definitely snow. Thank you. Flowers for you. So I'm doing loads of flowers as well this year. I'm not going to go off topic. I'm sorry if that's banging. I know the mic's there. I'm going off. I'm growing so many tomatoes, and what am I on about? So many flowers this year that the plot is going to be like the Chelsea Flower Show. Honestly, the Fig and Olive. Anyway, there is a whole range of 13. There is, but I just prefer the 13. I know somebody did the 1320, I think they are, and they were really small. So yeah, but the 1370 I've never done. Danny, I've only got 5 to 6 varieties for me. Oh, I wish, Nicola, I wish that there wasn't this many varieties, because I'm sat there. It's like I'm playing Guess Who. Have they got many seeds? No. Okay. Are they fruity in flavor? Yes. And I'm flicking down, and I've come to these 27 now. Yeah, there we go. Gigantamo is a fun grow. Well, funny you should say that, because I'm growing that one as well. So Gigantamo is huge. So I think I got Gigantamo from, where did I buy that one from? I think I bought it from Just Seed, I think. Oh, no, I think they were King Seed. Now, these are huge, massive tomatoes. I'm glad you brought that up, because I completely forgot that I was going to be doing that as well. That one's going to be put in the back of the tunnel, and I'm going to give it a good feed, and hopefully I'm going to get a good tomato. More for fun, that one is, but everyone's talking about the snow. Yeah, so King Seed, yeah. Orange banana, Chex breast. This is the family show. Marinade, honeycomb for me. Yeah, so honeycomb is on my list. I've never heard of a Chex breast. And orange banana, I got a feeling Ali sent me orange banana. I'm not sure, but they didn't make the list. I don't know why, because I didn't see the seeds in the packet. So when are you all sowing yours? I'm going to be sowing mine some tomorrow, I think, but definitely this week. I'm knocking this laptop on you, bobbing. So I wouldn't be going so early with them, like, because of the weather that we've got coming. I'd hold out a bit longer. I'd be just wait. I'm saying just wait, and I'm popping them in. I can't believe I'm now in March and I'm sowing them. Last year I sowed mine in January, and they were like this big by now. But I had lights. I could afford it back then. I can't afford the electric now with this, financial climate. I'm a student nurse. So yeah, I'm holding back, and I'm sure they'll catch up. Rob said Peter Glazebrook tomatoes grow huge. I've never heard of that one either, but I'm looking for some more tomatoes to grow that are quite big for canning and things like that. So growing the large bad ball this year is supposed to be huge. Let me know, because I would, if that could be one of my new ones, because I seen a picture of this one as well, and I was like, I didn't see it in any seed catalogs, and I don't know if I could get that one. But Ali, Audrey, Zinnia, yeah, I'm a sucker for Nigel says, will that tunnel be big enough for the Gigantamo? Maybe that could just be for the greenhouse. Nigel, I'm gonna have to measure about this one, because have you grown this, Nigel? Have you grown the Gigantamo? Because if you have, then any tips would be fantastic. And if you aren't already subscribed, go over to Muddy Boots Allotment channel. Nigel is fantastic. I am gonna be making him cringe now, but Nigel was actually I think he was the first channel I ever found on YouTube, and I was hooked on like allotment YouTubing since. So you gotta blame him. He actually rang me yesterday, and I messaged him on his channel saying, he was somewhere Welsh and stuff, and I said, I bet you can't say the longest word in Welsh, and he was like, I actually know it. And all of a sudden, then about 20 minutes later, my phone rang. I thought it was my tutor. And all of a sudden, I answered the phone, and it was Nigel, and he said, Llanfair Pwllgwyn Gich Go Gerich Windrobit Llant Nasilio Go Go Go, which is the longest word in Welsh. And I was really shocked that a Brummie would know that. So yeah. Bye, Bev. So I was really shocked that he rang me up first of all, and then he knew the longest word in Welsh. Is absolutely mental, really, that I used to watch. Maybe 2 years ago, I used to watch Jane's Allotment, now Jane's Growing Garden, Muddy Boots, Malcolm Kingswell. They were the and Tony C. Smith. They were the four that I watched. And they were like, I was religious, especially through lockdown. Tony C. Smith, I did really enjoy his channel. He was putting out so many videos to keep us all occupied in the lockdown. And it's really weird that when I now speak to them, it's still weird that I used to, watch them through lockdown, and now I chat to them about seeds and grow lights and things like that. Did I just say that? So he says north of Gloucester, Brummie. Well, he sounds like a Brummie to me. He's not. Oh my God, he's not a Brummie. Is he not a Brummie? Yeah. No. What? Well, he sounds like a Brummie to me. Oh my God. There he goes. He's starting now. I'm not a Brummie. I'm Black Country Bloke. Sorry, Nigel. It's probably what you all think about us. You all sound Brummie to me. Us Welsh all sound stupid to you. So we'll leave it at that. There you go. Cutches to all. That's right, Frances. Cutches to all. But yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, I agree. Terry King is great, and Steve Kitchen Garden. Yeah, both good channels. I watch both as well. Terry, I love all his little gadgets and things like that. Steve, I go to when I want to know the finest details of polytunnels and seeds and companion planting. So yeah, he knows his things. And also, if you want to you tell him, Nigel, I'm gonna have a text message now saying, calling me a bloody Brummie. God. Yeah. So anyone that says it's cup of tea. Right, so we're coming close now. So I've shown you my variations. I'm hoping that one of the next videos will be me fitting the cover, putting the polytunnel beds on, and planting in it. I'm going to plant in it now because my tomatoes are not going in until May, middle of May. And then, so for now, for the next two, they're putting all channel names on there, which if I put them all on there, then God, everyone will be having subs. And I'm like, I want to keep it to a few tonight. I think I've given my, I'm going to do one more. You know what? I'm going to do one more. If you haven't already, pop over to the allotment newbie. Sophie has got a new channel. Get that polytunnel, get that greenhouse up, Sophie. You're getting as bad as JB. But yeah, get you. I can't wait. And you'll see, I'm not going to tell you, but basically Sophie's inspired me to do something, and you'll see in one of the next videos. Yeah. So Nigel says, how come no daffodils on display tonight? Not flying the flag. I know. I should have Welsh cake shirt. I should have some leeks, some daffodils. Yeah. So yeah. So you're very welcome, Sophie. Yeah, go over and sub to her channel. Is there anyone else? Blah blah blah. I'll message you on point. Yeah, that's fine. Claire, you can do that. But yeah.